Welcome to Boost Your Business English, the podcast for professionals who want to communicate with confidence and impact. I'm Alex.
And I'm Chloe. We are so glad to have you with us for episode 11.
Now, Chloe, let me start with a question for our listeners. Have you ever said something in a business meeting and immediately, the second the words left your mouth, you wished you could just grab them and pull them back?
Oh, that feeling of dread. I think everyone has been there. You see the look on someone's face change and you just think, oh no, what did I just say?
Exactly. Well, today we're going to help you avoid that feeling forever. We're talking about the worst mistakes to make with business English.
And these aren't just grammar slip-ups. We're talking about the mistakes that can damage relationships, cause misunderstandings, and really hold you back in your career.
Right. And you absolutely must listen till the end because we're going to reveal the single most damaging mistake you can make. It's probably not what you think, and it's something many learners do without even realizing.
It's a game changer when you fix it. So let's dive in. Alex, what's the first big mistake we see people make?
Okay, mistake number one, being too direct. This is a huge cultural pitfall. In many languages, being direct is a sign of efficiency and honesty. You say what you mean.
Get straight to the point.
But in English-speaking business environments, especially in the UK and America, that level of directness can come across as rude, aggressive, or demanding. We use a lot of softening language.
Totally. So instead of saying, I need that report now, which sounds like a command, you'd hear something more like, Hi, John. I was just wondering if you've had a chance to finish up that report. The meaning is the same, but the feeling is completely different.
Completely. Or instead of, that's a bad idea, you'd say, I see what you mean, but I'm a little concerned about the potential budget implications. You're padding the language to be more diplomatic.
Let's make this really practical with a role play. Okay, Alex, you be the demanding colleague and I'll be the person you're talking to. You need an update on my part of the project. Go.
Okay, so I walk over to your desk. Chloe, where is the update? The deadline is tomorrow.
Whoa, okay. See, as the colleague, I'm immediately feeling defensive. I'm thinking, he's so pushy. My response will probably be cold. I'm working on it.
Right. A simple interaction has become tense. Now let's try it the right way. Your turn, Chloe. Ask me for the update.
Okay. Hey, Alex, how's it going? I was just wondering how things are looking with your section of the report. Just wanted to check if there's anything you need from my side to help get it over the line for tomorrow's deadline.
See? Much better. Now I feel like we're on the same team. I'm happy to give you the update and I appreciate you offering to help. It's collaborative, not confrontational.
Exactly. The key takeaway is to use phrases like, I was wondering if, or would it be possible to, and add softeners like just or a little. It makes all the difference.
This is a kind of practical tip we share every week. If you're finding this useful and you want to keep improving your professional communication, make sure you hit that subscribe or follow button so you never miss an episode.
Please do. Okay, what's mistake number 2? This one is something I see advanced learners do a lot.
Ah, yes. Mistake number 2 is trying too hard to sound native by using complex slang or idioms.
Right. It comes from a good place. You want to show off your great English skills, but it's a high-risk, low-reward strategy.
Very high risk. Business communication is all about clarity. If you use an idiom slightly incorrectly, you don't sound clever, you just sound confusing.
I once heard someone in a meeting say, we need to get all our ducks in a line instead of in a row. It's a small mistake, but it momentarily confused everyone. The focus shifted from the message to the mistake.
Exactly. Or using slang that might be inappropriate for a professional setting. Our advice is simple. Stick to clear, professional, and universally understood language. Your international colleagues will thank you for it.
Clarity is always more valuable than flair. Your goal is to be understood perfectly, not to sound like a character from a movie.
Okay, so we've talked about being too direct and using tricky idioms. But Chloe, I think there's a deeper issue here we need to address, right? It's not just about the specific words you choose.
That's our turning point for today's episode. You are so right, Alex. The biggest mistake for many learners isn't about vocabulary or grammar. It's about mindset. specifically the mistake of constantly apologizing for your English.
Yes, this is so important. How many times have you heard someone start a presentation or a sentence with, "Sorry for my bad English"?
All the time, and it immediately undermines your credibility. Before you've even shared your idea, you've told everyone in the room to not take you seriously. You've drawn attention to a perceived weakness.
Right. Here's the truth. Your English is probably much, much better than you think it is. And the people you're speaking to are interested in your ideas, your analysis, your expertise, not a perfect accent or flawless grammar.
So, what should you do instead? If you feel absolutely must say something, instead of apologizing, show gratitude. You could say, "Thank you for your patience as I explain this in English."
That's a great alternative, but honestly, the best approach is to say nothing at all. Just walk in, speak with confidence, and own your expertise. Your skills will speak for themselves.
Confidence is key, and we hope this podcast is helping you build that. If it is, and you want to keep boosting your skills with us, please take a moment to subscribe or follow us wherever you get your podcasts. It really helps us out.
Okay, moving on to our next major mistake. This one is about tone. It's the mistake of misunderstanding the level of formality.
This is a tricky balance to get right. If you're too formal, you can sound robotic and distant. But if you're too informal, you can come across as unprofessional or even disrespectful.
A classic example is in emails. You might have learned to start emails with "Dear Sir" or "Madam." In 99% of modern business communication, that is way too formal. It creates distance.
On the other hand, starting a first email to a new important client with, "Hey dude," is probably not a great idea.
Let's do another role play. This time, it's a first video call with a new client. Chloe, you be the overly informal salesperson. I'll be the new client.
You got it. Okay. Ring ring. "Hey Alex, what's up, man? Fired up for this chat."
Hello, Chloe. Yes, well, thanks. You can hear the hesitation. I'm immediately a bit uncomfortable. This person isn't taking our first official meeting very seriously.
Right. Bad first impression. Let's reset. How should I have started that call?
Try something professionally warm, like this. "Hi, Alex. I'm Chloe. It's great to connect with you. Thanks so much for making the time to speak with me today."
Perfect. It's friendly, respectful, and professional. It sets the right tone. A good rule of thumb is to mirror the formality of the person you're speaking with. Start slightly more formal, and if they become more casual, you can relax too.
All right, we've covered a lot. Politeness, avoiding idioms, speaking with confidence, and getting the tone right. But we did promise to share the number one absolute worst, most damaging mistake you can make in business English.
Yes, the moment of truth. This is the climax of our episode. The single most damaging mistake is not asking for clarification.
That's it. It sounds so simple, but it is the root of so many problems.
It really is, and it all comes down to fear. People are terrified of looking stupid. They think asking, "I'm sorry, what does that acronym mean?" or "Could you please repeat that?" will make them look weak or like they weren't paying attention.
Right, so they just nod and smile and secretly pray they'll figure it out later.
But the reality is the complete opposite. What is more damaging? Asking a quick clarifying question in a meeting or delivering an entire project incorrectly because you misunderstood the objective?
It's no contest. Guessing the meaning of a key term, a technical specification, or a deadline can lead to massive, costly, career-damaging errors. It destroys trust far more than asking a simple question.
So you need to arm yourself with professional phrases for clarification. They are your superpower.
Absolutely. Here are a few you can use. Just to make sure I'm on the same page, you're looking for X, Y, and Z, correct?
Or, "Let me just repeat that back to you to ensure I've understood correctly." That one is fantastic. It shows you're listening carefully.
If you don't know a word, you can say, "That's a new term for me. Could you briefly explain what you mean by synergy in this context?"
Using these phrases doesn't make you sound weak. It makes you sound diligent, detail-oriented, and professional. It shows you care about getting things right. It is a sign of strength, not weakness.
Wow, so let's quickly recap the biggest mistakes. Being too direct and not using polite, soft language.
Using complex idioms incorrectly. Remember, clarity over flair.
Apologizing for your English and undermining your own confidence.
Misjudging the level of formality and creating an awkward tone.
And the number one most damaging mistake, failing to ask for clarification when you are even 1% unsure.
Remember, everyone, your primary goal in a business setting is clear, effective communication, not linguistic perfection. Focus on that, and you will be incredibly successful.
That's all we have time for in episode 11 of Boost Your Business English.
If you enjoyed this episode, we have a whole library of past episodes and other great videos on our channel designed to help you succeed. Be sure to check them out.
Thanks for listening.
Bye, everyone.